is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And at this much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended family, just thank you so much for the love and support that y'all been constantly sending me. It is truly appreciated on so many levels. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings. Love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, please drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life, and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are informative, give you good vibes, or uplift you in a way that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that are needing spiritual guidance at the time, or just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It is so greatly appreciated. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. The music I'm listening to on the background is called Stress Relief Healing Music, Meditation Music, 528 hertz, Miracle Healing Energy, Ancient Frequency, and I will post that link in the description box below. The video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101, When Some Are Bothered by Your Truth of Soul, because they represent um, their mask evolution. It's so true. People, it like I say all the time, it is easy for you to stay mad at somebody. It's easy for you to pass blame on others because of your actions or what has taken place in your life. And even though somebody might have their hand in those directions, but you have to allow yourself to see the truth within all layers, knowing that you don't know everything. That's enlightenment. The truth is, when you know, there's always more that you can know. A lot of people will see you and probably hate on the things that is presenting itself to you in your life, but they also could have that same thing too. But they don't realize, for you to get those blessings that are entering your life at this moment, you had to make sacrifices in your life. You had to allow yourself to be honest with yourself on things that needed to change, things that needed to have cords cut, things that you needed to face that you have chose to turn your back on or have a blind eye to it. Um, and you had to make those changes, and you had to make those big sacrifices, because a lot of times we feel we get upset, or we become very anxious if we have to make these big sacrifices because we feel like we need something in our life. And it's just like, anytime, if God and universe is asking you to put down something that you thought you needed, they're about to guide you towards something so much bigger and better that was needed in your life, because you feel like you want something, and they're going to give you what you need. And it bothers people at times. I see it close to me, I see it connected to me. I even get it on here, where people are blasting in their egos, and I'm just like, you know what, you got to just shake your head at that. You can say things, but it took me to have to change, to have to not always react towards other people's insecurities. The best reaction towards other people's insecurities is no reaction at all. You don't have to respond to a fool. You don't have to do that. And a lot of times, if there are certain things that is taking place, like even on here, there are certain times I'll just block somebody, just not even going to answer. If I feel like it's not a factor or irrelevant, I'm not about to, say anything. But if it's at that point where you come into something I've created, and you're gonna try to, disrespect me, I'm gonna say what I gotta say without, you know, getting really, very irate about it and just going about my business. And I had to learn that, because there are certain times that, I have went out my way and said something that truly bothered me, but that was allowing them to win that. But I had to allow myself to really step in my truth, because it's like when your truth shines through, and it has that weight on it of strength and authenticity. you know um just being going with that flow, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to appreciate that, but there's going to be some people that are going to be very bothered by that because they are more comfortable in seeing what they want to see instead of creating something of a new, you know. And a lot of times they feel like, if it's easy for you to just, just tear something apart that didn't even belong in that vicinity of you, and it's okay for people to want to see things a certain way, but when there's actually proof in different things that stand in front of them and they don't want to deal with that, they're quick to be closed minded about it. They're quick to ignore it. If they can't understand it, they feel like if there is not explanation or how you can see it for what it is, there is always an excuse over it, you know and you have to be able to allow yourself to do that, because it's just like, even when you're dealing with social media, it's good to be happy about your accomplishments, but if it's all about materialistic needs, that lets you know they have not moved out that matrix. When you have to, post things about, you know, extravagant trips, or, these are the things that you're doing with friends. It's good to be able to do that every once in a while, but if that is the main thing you're dealing with, that's like a level of shallowness to me, and I'm just like, I can be happy for you, especially if it's something that you haven't done before. That's a good thing. But if that's like every time that you come on social media, that's what you're bringing up, or some kind of material need, is just like, oh Lord, let me just back myself away from that. And a lot of times, I've dealt with people that really feel like, oh, this person has this, and I said, you know what, not everything is what it seems. Everything is not what it seems. People will let you see things the way they want you to see it, and don't even realize certain things is taking place that they just don't want people to know about, because they're worried about how they're going to see them. What are they going to think? And it's just like, it's all about validating yourself. I've been through those things before, where I felt more important when people gave me the words of wisdom that I needed to give, where I can kind of just gave it to myself. But I had to go through those, those transformations. When you allow yourself to be keeping it real with yourself, I always say, not every day is a good day for me. When I feel like I'm really going through my own storm of truth and really trying to allow myself to center myself, I'm not going to make videos, because that's not something I want to go ahead and reflect towards people, because we're all going through our certain thing of going through redemption, salvation, something like that. You're reflecting right now. You have to come to terms with a lot of things that you felt like you always had to have, a say about it. And I've been like that. And there's a lot of times I have to say, what, if this is something that you can't change, or if it's something that has really hurt you, allow yourself to make peace with that, because those situations, when it comes to certain people, that showed you where their mind was at, or where you were placed in their life. There's going to be people that are going to hurt you, but it's just, you have to find out which one of those ones are worth holding on to. Because we're all going to be even when it comes to friends or relationships, there's going to be times where y'all going to disagree to agree, or agree to disagree, whatever. But it is at that time where it's like, it's all or nothing right now. You allowing yourself to really be saying, I'm a work in progress. There are gonna be certain things that may trigger me, but I have to allow myself to see, ooh, you seeing this as a trigger, allow yourself to back up before you allow yourself to do something or say something you're not supposed to do. That came to you and it reflected towards you, because this is something that needed your attention. And when you're allowing yourself to purify yourself and say, you know what, I'm just going to live in my truth. If somebody's bothered by it, that's more of their issue than it is yours, because you're living by your truth. You're being honest with yourself. You're being honest with others, and people pay attention to that. And it's like, so many people drop lines to me and saying, Rosalind, I love the way you do things because it's very authentic. I love the way you do things because of the truth that you press out towards people. You allow us to, I be vulnerable in front of y'all. And that's something I really don't like doing, because sometimes you can see people doing it just for likes, or you're doing it just just for somebody to say something or feel bad for you. I don't want nobody to feel bad for me or the things that's happened. I don't feel like I'm a victim towards anything. I did when I first found out everything that took place in my life. I really felt victimized. I really did. But then it was just like, you know what? You had to face that truth. That truth was always there. You just didn't realize what was taking place in your life, because there was so many things that was very dysfunctional, and lies, deception, greed, envy, all those different things, almost damn near the seven deadly sins, was taking place in my life. And I really had to see the truth for what it was. And for me stripping away from all that, and I had to allow myself to be, you know what? It ain't gonna hurt nobody but the people that, is created that storm for you. That's not only be the person that is going to be hurt for it. You're going through that pain and it's going to be temporary because you finally seeing things for what they truly are, and that will make your soul sing, that will make your soul cry. And I'm telling you, when your ancestors, your spirit guides, your loved ones that have passed on, that has been guiding you towards that road of truth. You talking about they'll be so emotionally happy for you because they know when you're living by your truth and you're allowing yourself to heal, that ricochets towards not the ones that your generation that hasn't even been created yet, but the ones that you have fall behind from, that had to get you to where you get here. Because that's the reason why our many past lives are merging together, because what we're taking part in is something that's not easy. It's very powerful. It can take a hold of you, it can swallow you up and spit you out, whatever. But this is the reason why it needed the essence of every part of you. That's where a lot of times where you might even see past experience of lives where it feels foreign to you but yet somewhat familiar to you, and you're letting that truth take place, and it's not easy. There are so many people I'm connected with and saying, Roslyn, the people I love has turned their back on me. There's things being taken from me that has really taken place that it hurts my heart because I can relate to that. I was forced not to be around my biological family. Even when there was truth to some sort, they were still lighting up, deception of that to try to pull that guilt trip on me, like, hey, we presented that to you, but you didn't go through with it. And it was like, no, it wasn't about that. But if you leave in that kind of deception, like there's a big secret and nobody can't know about it, that is in my life like that, I'm not going to come approach that when I know y'all good for doing, shiesty stuff. And those are the things that had to take place in your life for you to really allow truth to really take place in your life, allowing yourself to see, what, I'm no longer doing this. I had to give up addictions because I didn't allow myself to really understand what was taking place, because I feel like every empath had to go through these things, because when you did not understand why you felt so heavy at times, why you felt so anxious at times, why you felt so ugh at times, where it just felt like somebody just threw a can of on you. I mean, there's something that you had to, you went to it in your comfort zone. With me and my addictions, it was like chain smoking cigarettes, having a glass of wine or even liquor, a couple of times, making up my own margaritas, uh, smoking weed, because I allowed myself to use that as an escape for me to not reflect on what was taking place in my life, and God and universe allowed me to have that for a while, just because the extent of the things that I had to go through, the things that I had to reflect, the things that I really had to come to terms with. And they knew that would have caused reputable damage, not just for me but the others that was involved with it, because they knew I was that type of person. I did not give I would have just popped some holes in somebody and really really just took my time. I would have just took that time. I'm like, yeah, I they had it coming. But then I had to allow myself to get away from that anger, allowing myself to get away from that sadness, and just angry because of everything that is taking place in my life. And the people around me has, that kept me from all the things they tried to keep me from, was in that mask of illusion, how they wanted me to see myself as being not good enough for anybody, or I'm always that f up, or I wasn't good enough for nothing, made it try to be bad for my children or anybody. When they seen the good in me, they wanted to pop up illusions about me. They would pull triggers, they would gaslight, and then when I reacted to it, that fed into the deceptions that take place with what they were, they dredged up about me. But now it's at that point where I had to allow myself, I don't care about what people think of me. I don't care about what people think, that I'm lying about whatever I'm going through or who I am or who I'm related to. It's all about how I validate myself, all about how I love myself. When you are loving yourself, it's not gonna matter who the hell else doesn't. That when people hate you is because they hate themselves. When they see the good in you, and even though you have gone through ups and downs and you have things that was taken from you, things that you have fell down more than you have gotten back up, and when you got to that point, you say, I'm gonna live in my truth. And if it bothers you, then there's something wrong with you. There's not something wrong with me. And you have to allow yourself to pray for folks like that, because it is like they have that situation where they hate what they see, so they got to make up every little thing they had to do just to make themselves feel good. So if people want to live in their mask of illusions, allow them to do that. But that's where people are going to really see you and really see you for what you truly are in life. And it's just like they're going to respect that. And it's just like so many people, like, what you say is so chill, you say it this and this and that. I like that. And it kind of flatters me when people want to steal my stuff and go back on their videos and try to look at it. It's like, oh, this is what I went through, and trying to do stuff like that. And I was like, you know what, because that happened a few days ago, and I put a video out about that. But now I look at it, it's like you have to really feel like, dang, you must be popping up some real good stuff when people want to use it as their material. And I said, and I was talking to people about it, and they were like, you know what, I felt that within that person. And it was just like, it's okay, because it's like when you're an empath, you already gonna know when somebody's feeding you a line of deception. Anytime, I always make sure, anytime, if anybody's been with me for a long time, and I've seen like a post, like there's a lot of times that I'll see something in a post that really truly, if it was something, I asked God and universe, can you give me the content that you need me to use for me to for me to shed light on. I'm gonna give whoever that is, like, hey, I got this from Empowering Empaths, or I got this from Twin Flame Initiative, or whatever they you want to call it on social media platform. Or if I got it from another video where I listen to Victor Otto, or I listen to Aaron Dodgery, or Ralph Smart, Infinite Waters, or Dar Man, or Jay Sheedy, or even Trent Shelton. I'm gonna give them their props, because I'm not gonna sit up here and say that this is something that was me. I'll say, oh, okay, I heard this and this, but I put my own spin on it from my experience, on my point of view. It's like, oh yes, they said this and it got me all riled up, and like in a good way. And it's just like, what, this is what I learned from this video. This is what I took from this video that I can truly appreciate, because those are the people that paved the way for me. So I'm going to give them their props. I say I'll never want to sit up here and take somebody's material and call it as my own, because that's right there is not being authentic. That's being very fake. If I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna say, what, I got this from this person, and it helped me realize the things that I was going to into my life, because there's a lot of things you're drawn to that you needed to hear, or you needed to see, or you needed to read, that was really speaking truth to you, to reflect your truth. Because a lot of times what we're dealing with is not easy. It's, when you stripping yourself away from stuff, that's just like, an animal, that like a cat or a dog, especially a cat. If they're allowing themselves to lay on their back and they're opening their stomach to you, they know that is the good place to get killed from. And they're opening themselves up to you. That's letting you know they trust you. They know that you're not going to go out your way to hurt them. And it's like, when I'm seeing this, I'm seeing big sunflowers. But if somebody's looking to listen to this, they know who it is. But all those things that are taking place on what was needed, it was something that you needed to be able to see, something you had to be able to know and learn and also appreciate. When you allow yourself to see the truth, sometimes that truth can really truly hurt. Those things can really take place, and you're like, gosh, this really broke me, this really hurt me. But these are the things you really truly had to see, you had to appreciate, no matter how much it hurts. Sometimes the truth does hurt. It's not as pretty and glamorous as you expect it to be, but that's what you have to allow yourself to see it for what it truly is. But other people, they're comfortable living behind their mask of illusion. Allow them to be comfortable, because pretty soon it's just like you only can live an illusion for so long. But if they're comfortable in doing it, baby, they like it, you love it, okay? As long as you know you're living in your truth, you're being comforted by the things that you're reflecting out, because it's all you, it's all authentic, and it's real. So you have to allow yourself to really appreciate that, because it's like, people will be able to see, especially with empaths, when you're seeing something that's not real, or something that's not quite right, or something that's just not something you can't really touch. And those are the ones you need to really back up and really reevaluate yourself dealing with certain things in certain situations. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video. I would love to give a post notification shout out to Prosperity Plants, as well as Sherry Nelson, and Bridger. Much love to you as well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. It's so good to have you. Drop a line. I would love to give you a post notification shout out. It's so much of a blessing to me, and appreciating that you are supporting my videos. It's truly a blessing. Like I said, I'm probably just do videos every other day, or if it needs be, because there's so many people I'm talking to on the side, and as they're helping me, they're learning off of me as I'm learning from them, which is truly a blessing. Answering emails and all that stuff. So that's taking a lot of energy from me. So I try to make sure I can have that time for, everybody, but also mainly myself. Because it's like I have to have that energy. You can't pour from a cup if it's already empty. So you have to make sure I take time for that self care. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of my video. Drop a line, give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm going to upload again. Um, know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved, and knowing there's always somebody out there that's praying for your better days. And I surely pray that, you and your family are safe, and everything you're trying to manifest and pray for to come into fusion for your life comes 100 million times more than what you expected, and comes way sooner than you expected. Make sure, even through social distancing, stay at home. If you don't have to go out, please stay at home. Make sure you wash your hands frequently, wash off surfaces and sanitize it as well. Um, if you need to get in touch with me privately, you can find me on Facebook Messenger. Look me up under my name. Just give me a short text. Let me know that you connect with me here. You're a part of the Heyoka family. Um, and what name you go by, if it's different, or just remind me of who you are. It's not like I'm trying to say I don't remember names, but there's so many people that's subscribing right now. It's hard to keep up with a lot of people, and there's some people that I have the same name, so I'm just trying to make sure I welcome everybody. So if we talk, I'll go ahead and help you out the best way I can. If I can't give you the information that is needed, I'll make sure I can give you the information you need to take you upon that direction. And everything we speak on is confidential. So I will see you on my next video. Make sure you give out love, light, positivity, prosperity words, vibe frequencies towards others, even through social distancing and quarantine and lockdown. You never know, those things can really take somebody a long way. Love you. God bless. And I'll see you on my next video. Peace. Be well.